how can I be less obsessed with planning, especially like how my husband plans, because I've always been.
Is this my wife?
I've always been obsessed with planning and been very organized and type A, eldest daughter stereotype. And he's not like that. And I'll just say he's been very successful before we were married, and I'm sure we have everything we need and then some. So I'm very grateful for him. But I just have feel that need to control come up, and then I'll say stuff and I just feel like it makes him think I don't trust him. And I don't want to be that wife, that's trying to nitpick and stuff just because I can't let go.
So underneath control is feeling a lack of safety. So where do you not feel safe in your marriage right now? Is it financial? Is it emotionally? Is it sexually? Where do you not feel safe?
I feel safe in my marriage. I think maybe it's not a marriage thing because I've been like this since before I was married. When I was single, I would just, and as a teenager, I would always be really obsessed with making stuff happen how I wanted it.
Mm-hmm. Why do you not like that about yourself?
Because I see how everything always works out, and then I tell myself, oh, it worked out because I was obsessed with making it happen a certain way. I don't like it about myself in marriage because it just, I feel is making my husband, who I love, more than anyone, feel like I don't trust him. And I do, and I have every reason to trust him. We have a house, our finances are very well in order. We have more than enough. And
So give me an example of you feeling like you need to. Okay, so let me tell you, I've got a context here. So,
yeah.
And how long have you been married?
2 years.
Okay.
And I've been a stay-at-home mom for 8 months.
Okay. Yeah, so there's that too. Thanks for putting that out there. If anything will exacerbate an already innate internal challenge, it will be being stuck at home alone with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-month-old. Good gosh. All right. So I've been married 22 and a half years. No, we celebrate 23 in a month or two. So we just got done with I was on tour for 2 months. I was on the road all over the place, and we put a short little beach trip with me and my wife and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how I plan stuff. Just hearing the term 9 to 5 can be a drag, so my friends at Cozy Earth are here to help make your 5 to 9 way more comfortable. I love Cozy Earth's pants and all-day t-shirts. They're soft, breathable, and super tough. And my wife loves her pajamas, and my whole family loves Cozy Earth sheets. They're super comfortable, and they keep us cool when it's hot outside. Try them risk-free for 100 nights. You can save 40% off your entire order at CozyEarth.com/Delony. Here's how I plan stuff. On the way to the beach, I would try to find a hotel. And I would call them on the way and be like, hey, y'all got any rooms? And they would be like, no. And I would just call around until I landed on a place. And having a wife and kids, that isn't a good way to do that. And so one of the agreements is when we decide, hey, we're going to go for a quick weekend trip to the beach. We're going to drive, we're going to have a fun road trip, and then we're going to go fishing, and my daughter loves to go to the beach, whatever. So my wife and I, when we sit down and say we're going to do this thing, she loves TripAdvisor. She loves getting online. She loves digging into the deals. She loves all of that.
Yeah.
And so she'll say, what do you want this trip to feel like? What's your picture of this trip? And I'll say, I want to do some fishing. I want to just be outside. I don't want to do a lot of talking. We have a 15-year-old son who would give up his whole life if he could just fish all day. And so that's what I would love to do. And I'd love there to be a kitchen, so if we catch something, we can cook it. And she says, great. And then I delegate that part to her. She takes it over. It brings her joy to see, intensely plan something and then see it come to fruition. That ruins a trip for me, having to plan it in detail. It makes it not fun. And so driving up to the place where we stayed this past weekend was so rad. and seeing that she picked between the beach and this lagoon that was close enough for us to walk and go fit, it made me feel so loved. And it made her feel loved that I didn't try to just wing it like I like to do stuff. And so that's just a snapshot into our life. I'm married to someone who loves planning. Her love language is a spreadsheet and a list. And the reason that we work well together is she would just get up at the exact same time, pay every bill on time, go to bed at the exact same time, and that would be her life. Then she would just die. And I don't know when the electricity would be on or off. I would just be like, I don't know. What do you guys want? Like, that would be my whole life. It'd be chaos. And so I bring some excitement and fun into her life, and she brings order and stability into my life, and that's why we work well. Mm-hmm. And so tell me where this gets exacerbated in your life, or is there a place where your planning and your love for controlling outcomes can be the greatest gift your husband ever married into? And vice versa, he can press you to have a little bit more fun and excitement and adventure than you might have otherwise had.
Yeah. Well, where it comes up and is exacerbated right now is like he's in like a career switch change right now. And so like I want to have all the urgency, and he's decided what he's going to do. He's going to go back to school and all that good stuff. And I just want to like plan out like, okay, well, you have to get this, you have to apply here. You need to go get your, but like he knows how to do that. I know he knows, and I just need to stop.
I don't think so.
Like,
I don't think so.
This deadline is August 1st, and I know he could do it on his own. I just want to, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but hold on. Be honest. Mm-hmm. Does he miss stuff sometimes?
No,
yes.
I think he just is slower at doing things than I would. Like, I don't feel that urgency all the time, and that stresses me out.
Okay. So it's not wrong, and it doesn't make you a nag. It doesn't make you a whiner or a complainer. If you said, hey, I feel like I have more urgency around this. Mm-hmm. My picture of this next season looks like X, Y, and Z. Is he going to be working while he's in school, or are y'all just going to be living off savings?
Well, we have enough to pay for his school all the way through, and I think he's going to work part-time, or a little over part-time, I think.
It would really give you some peace in your soul if you had it budgeted out for the next 2 years while he was in grad school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't make you crazy.
Okay.
He's quitting his job you have an infant in your house. It doesn't make you nuts to be a little bit heightened.
Yeah.
And y'all are both like handshaking on this investment moving forward in his schooling. Great. But you're not crazy to say, hey, we have a little one now, and I'm feeling a little bit extra pressure. Can we map out when you're going to take this GRE and when you're going to take this exam and when you're going to hit all the application deadlines? I just need to know for my sanity.
That's a good way to put it, because that's like on me, not like saying he's doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But here's what you're giving him. The Gottmans call them love maps. I like to call them road maps just because love map, I don't know, it just feels weird to me, but they're the goats, and so I want to give homage. What you're giving him is a roadmap for how he can love you and bring you this feeling of safety and security in his new marriage with his new wife and his new baby.
Okay.
You're giving him a map. And if you say something as simple as, I feel loved when, as many of the variables that we can control when we have them mapped out.
Okay.
And you can tell them, I know you feel loved when there's a little bit room for chaos.
Yeah.
What did that look like on our trip that we just had? We had some plans. And then I've never caught Spanish mackerel, but the particular beach we happened to be at, the Spanish mackerel were running like crazy. And so my wife was like, just forget the evening plan. You and Hank go catch fish. And I was like, I'll be back at 7:30. At like 9:30, I was like, it's still going. And she's like, of course it is. Stay out all night. Like, y'all have fun. We're going to bed. And so there was room for adventure and silliness. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a great tool that I can use to like feel, like a little bit more safe, like you said.
But anytime you feel like I'm nitpicking and I am nagging, I want you to ask yourself, and sometimes this is just for me, putting my fist in my chest, or putting a hand on my chest and just asking, where do I feel unsafe right now?
Mm-hmm.
Do I think I'm going to lose my job? Who do I need to go talk to? Do I feel like I'm about to buy something that I can't afford? Who do I need to walk through my finances with me? What is that thing that you feel out of control on?
Mm-hmm.
And then exhale and write it all down. Here's where I feel out of control. Or like you said, a sense of urgency. And it's okay to tell your husband, I feel a sense of urgency on this thing, and I feel like you don't have a sense of urgency on it. Can we just compare pictures of what we think the next 2 months are going to look like? It will make me feel loved. And if he's the kind of guy that I think he is, he's going to be like, oh, sweet. That's how you feel loved? Awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if you smile and say, and I'm so glad I married you because I'm going to have a lot more fun in my life just because you're in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I'm already projected out if our daughter's going to have any diapers over the next 2 years while you're working part-time. I just want to see it on a spreadsheet. Can we just see that? Can we just see that, please? Can we just see that? Right? That doesn't make you a bad wife or annoying or whatever. If you start saying, I control every variable and I do everything without procrastinating and whatever, and I'm superior to you, that's when you've got a problem. But I don't hear that at all. I don't hear like you think you're better than him. I just hear that you do it differently than he does. You've both been successful and you want to loosen up a little bit. Awesome. You loosen up not by forcing yourself, but you loosen up by feeling safe. And you can have that conversation with him. Do that tonight. Just say, hey, this will make me feel loved. How can I love you? That's a great place for a young married couple to start.